City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the Pine Green SB Jordan 4s that just released this past Friday the 17th at select skate shops, and then we'll hit the Sneakers app and other retailers today, Tuesday, March 21st. First time they're making the Jordan 4 skateboard shoe, so this is a very interesting pair to be reviewing. As usual, we're going to take a close detail look at the shoe from all angles. After that, I'm going to put them on and step around in them so I can see they look on feet. Then I'm going to discuss my opinion on the shoe, and then I'll talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. The suede on these is really nice. It's very soft and smooth. It's like perfect. The leather on these feels really soft and smooth too. Now you'll notice throughout the video that certain parts of the leather are going to be better than others, which is normal. You can even see over here on the toe box on the other shoe, you see how the leather is not as smooth looking. Still feels just as soft as the other shoe does. Just doesn't look as smooth, but yeah, I know that's a normal thing for sneakers, so. Tongue definitely gives me a Christmas vibe. That red and green. It's supposed to be St. Patrick's Day. I really thought they did the green for St. Patrick's Day, which I still think they did, but they do the red, which is Christmas. So. Personally, I think these would have been a lot better without this gum part on the sole. I mean, it was one thing to add the red in there. You know, they got it on the tongue. They got it right here in the air bubble and a few other places. But, like, that was one thing. But then to add the gum sole, too. Me, personally, I think that was... I don't think they should have did that. I mean, really, the shoe would have been way better. Way better, in my opinion, if it was just white, green, and gray. But, you know, everybody seems to like them, so... Maybe I'm bugging, but... And another thing, I kind of expected these to come with some extra laces. I know Jordan 4s usually don't come with extra laces, but I know SB Dunks do, and the SB Jordan 1s both did. Well, the highs both did. I don't know if the lows did, so I kind of just thought that these might, but guess not. Yeah, that leather on the parts that's not wrinkly, it's real nice. As you can see, like this shoe, this is the one with the better toe box. Yeah, it's very nice. See, on this other shoe, like I was saying earlier, expect to see some pairs, some shoes that have, you know, something like this going on. Or like it had in the toe box, you know. Then other pairs, other shoes are going to look like this. So hopefully you get one that's more like this. Nike SB logo on the back. Looks very unusual to me on a pair of Jordan 4s, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. Now this part here is very rubbery and a lot softer than it usually is on Jordan 4s. Like, just looking at them next to the Thunder 4s. This, I mean, they sound completely different. This one really just goes, and this one I gotta apply more pressure to, and it still doesn't give as much. So yeah, that's the back. Back side of the tongue is green. Interior is white, insoles are red with white logos and text. Here's the sole. It's all white and gum. The red Nike logo. Box is pretty plain, sail color, nice slick finish on it. Usual Jumpman flight on the top. Here on the sides of the lid, they got the Jumpman and the Nike SB logo. Same thing on the other side and on the bottom as well. Inside it, ooh, they got the nice slick finish on the inside too.
Inside is gray, the usual gray splatter paper. I kind of expected a little bit more out of this box, I'm not gonna lie. They've been talking about this release so much, I kind of figured they would go a little bit harder on the box, but guess not. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 4 Retro SP, Sail White and Pine Green. I'm surprised there's nothing about SB at all on this label. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's see how they look on feet.
That's fire. When it comes to the dunks, I got plenty options like DeRozan when he on a fast break. Might not play the sport, but I got the kicks. Got Nike SBs, but I don't skate. I got these fives that never release. They call motorsports, but I don't race. I get sneakers early just so I can review them and rock them before the release date. She wanna pull up and see the collection. She heard that I got all the Jordans. I might just take your sneakerhead girlfriend if your collection is boring. I seen a pair of OGs on.
A lot of y'all are probably wondering what makes this shoe an SB. Like, what's the difference between these and a regular pair of Jordan 4s? I noticed two differences. First, the most obvious was the heel tab. Having Nike SB on it and being a lot softer and more rubbery than it usually is on Jordan 4s. The second difference was the way they felt on feet. It's definitely a more insulated feeling inside. They like hug your feet a little bit more, if you know what I mean. I would say it's a lot like how SB dunks feel on feet compared to regular dunks. I figured there was probably more stuff that they changed or like to say that they changed. So I did a little research just to see if there was anything else that was changed that I didn't pick up on. Now, according to this Instagram post by Soul Savvy, Jordan and SB re-engineered the tooling of the shoe to be able to skate in and updated the compounded TPU to be softer and more flexible. I wasn't sure what TPU was, so I looked it up and found out that it means thermoplastic polyurethane, which is the material they use for the midsole on the 4s and a lot of other Jordans. And feeling the midsole on these, I really don't feel much difference. And just to confirm, yeah, I mean, it feels very similar. It's not exactly like the midsole on the 4s, but mind you, pause, I gotta squeeze mad hard to even realize the difference. I do notice a slight difference. It is a little bit softer. And this is just for me, pause, just feeling it in hand. I don't know what performance differences it's gonna have when you're skateboarding. Although I just had these on feet, all I did was take a few steps around it. You know, maybe I gotta do a little bit more in these to really feel the softer sole. I don't know. I don't skate, so I wouldn't know, unfortunately, but the sole really isn't that much different. Now, one thing I was curious about was the insole. I know the post didn't say anything about that, but when they did the SB Jordan 1, they changed the insole to a zoom insole, I believe. So I was curious if they did anything different on these, and they did not. All right, so here's the insole for the SBs. Here's the insole for the 2023 Thunder 4s. By the way, if you haven't seen my review on these yet, go check that out. I'm gonna leave a little link up here. Just tap the little link. After you finish done watching this video, scroll back here, tap that little link up there, watch the video. Looking at these insoles, they're not exactly the same. Actually, I didn't expect this. The insole on the Thunders is a little bit thicker. If you look at them closely, both made by Dreamcell. Now keep in mind, the SBs are a size 10, the Thunders are a 9.5, so that's why this one says 10, this one says 9.5. But like, everything on the sole, branding is exactly the same. They don't look any thicker, but I do feel a little bit more cushion in this insole. And I'm surprised that these are a little bit thinner. Not only are they a little bit thinner than these, but they're not any softer than these. And I just kind of expected, with the real cushiony interior that, you know, feels like it's hugging my foot, I kind of figured they would have like a cushiony insole as well. Now, this article on sneakerfreaker.com says the biggest change to these is the overall shape. I don't know if I'd say it's the biggest change, but I do notice a slight difference to the shape. Mostly like here, it's like slightly higher. I don't know if we can tell this way, probably not. Maybe if I hold this one up next to it, can y'all see? You know what I just noticed just now? This part seems to be a little higher or thicker than it is here, and I know it's harder to see. One is black and one is white, and like I said, there is a half size difference, so we got to consider that too. Very minor, but yes, the shape is a little different. They also mentioned that the wings are changed to rubber, and I did notice that at first, but after reading the article, these definitely are rubber. You know how earlier I was saying like it's usually this harder material? The same material that's back here is on this wing right here. So same way these got softer and more rubbery, so did the wings on the side. Now in the article, they proceeded to say that the rubber wings would work better with grip tape, which didn't make any sense to me, because to my understanding, grip tape is something that skaters put on their boards for extra grip, like to enhance the grip from the board to whatever shoes they have on. So I don't know what the wings that's on the side of the shoe got to do with grip tape, when grip tape would be, you know, on this part. So I don't know if I'm misunderstanding something, but if I am, somebody please clarify. Now the tongue is something that I figured may differ, because that's the main difference on the SB dunks. And when I first felt this, it didn't really feel any different. But after reading that in the article, I felt it while feeling the tongue on the Thunder 4s, and it is slightly thicker on the SBs. I think I pretty much covered all the differences between a skateboarding Jordan 4 and a regular basketball Jordan 4. These are pretty nice, but I'm not all that crazy about them. Like I was saying earlier, I think I would have liked these a lot more if they didn't have the gum sole on them. And they could have did away with the red too. I think all white, green, and gray would have went crazy. These aren't bad, but I do think I'm going to pass. The suede on them is immaculate. Leather's nice and soft too. And they feel really nice on feet. I just personally don't like the colorway quite enough to want to keep them. But yeah, we're getting our last shot at copping these for retail today on the sneakers app. It will be a draw. It's not going to be easy. Market is between like $330 and $400 right now, depending on size. Once those sneakers draw results come out and people get those your submission was not selected notifications, a lot of people are going to head right over to their favorite aftermarket and buy a pair, which is going to push the resale price up. I'm sure by like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all sizes will be $350 plus. So this is an easy flip for resellers. If I were you, I'd flip them right away and get my $100 or whatever in profit and move on. But if you wanted to hold on to them, I would not discourage that either. It's a Jordan 4, and on top of that, it's the first pair of SB Jordan 4. So I feel like you can't go wrong holding these, because that value is definitely going to go up over time. Now, I'm interested to see how these will do compared to regular Jordan 4s over time. I really don't think there's going to be much of a difference, but we'll see. I saw pictures, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have too, of an alleged black cat colorway of SB4s. I don't know if we're actually getting them. I haven't heard anything about the release, but I saw the pictures a while back when they first dropped the pictures, like when the news first came out that they were doing a SB Jordan 4. And me and bro was talking the other day about if those came out, how they would do compared to 2020 black cats. Personally, I would prefer that they leave all the OG colorways and all the classic colorways alone when it comes to the SB stuff. It's cool on a new colorway like this, but not as much on a colorway like that. So I'm hoping they hold back on doing those, but I'm sure they won't, because I've seen the black cats. I even saw black cements with Nike SB photoshopped on them. And I know they just photoshopped. It's just pictures for now, but that's how a lot of these releases start out. So we'll see. So I'm not feeling the thought of that, but if they were to do black cat SB4s and black cement SB4s, I would be curious to see how those compare to 2020 black cats and 2019 black cements. Good luck to everybody on the draw today and any other raffles you're waiting on results for. I'm wishing all y'all the best of luck and hitting for retail. If this video is helpful or informal in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews like this, I know this one is barely early, but if you check out my other videos, I usually have sneakers way earlier than like a few hours before. So if you're interested in stuff like that or any other sneaker related videos, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Just make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.